By now, we've taken you through the steps to purchase Bitcoin, how to store it securely, and where you can buy shiny new things with it. But what happens when you actually want to sell up? Now, let me just tell you this, it isn't as easy as buying Bitcoin, but there are a few steps you can take to make it easier. So first things first, you must decide if you want to sell your Bitcoin online or in person. There are three main ways of selling online, so let us guide you through each one in turn now. So let's start with selling via direct trade first. This is perhaps the most straightforward and least time-consuming method. Of course, it's the direct trade method, as I just mentioned. The basic steps are to find your preferred selling platform, register as a seller. By the way, this will require you to verify your identity, which is not the ideal course of action if you want to remain anonymous throughout the process. But like I said, it's a vital step and you have to do it. But most direct trade sites work on a simple premise. So you post the details of your consignment. Interested buyers will then get in touch. Once you've negotiated a deal, the website will then process the transaction for you. Simple as that. Now, examples of these direct trade marketplaces that I'm a big fan of include Coinbase, Local Bitcoins, Bitbargain and Bitilicious. These are generally the same, although Coinbase and Local Bitcoins are based in the US and Bitbargain and Bitilicious in the UK. Now we have exchange trades, which is another huge area I'm really excited about when it comes to selling Bitcoin. And these are also straightforward. So what you do once you register through these exchange sites is place your order, so the number of Bitcoins and price per unit. Then from there, interested parties will then contact you. And what you do from there is complete the transaction once you're happy with the terms, and your new currency will then be credited to your bank account. It's as simple as that. Now, the difference between exchange trades and direct trades is that the exchange provider acts as a go-between, holding both parties' funds until the deal is concluded. Examples of these sites include Bitstamp, Kraken and Vertex. Again, you will have to verify your identity and you will have to withdraw your exchange currency to your bank account. Of course, this isn't necessarily a problem, but do bear in mind the Mt. Gox example, which if you Google you can learn more about, which ended badly for a lot of Bitcoin exchanges, and they will have personally out of pocket. Now, I do say this, that if the exchange provider is having financial difficulties, it may take a long time for you to receive your currency. So I just wanted to make that clear. But to counteract this, you could exchange via a Bitcoin to cryptocurrency service. Now, as a buyer, this may give you fewer options, but it does mitigate the potential loss of Bitcoin to traditional currency exchanges. Now, if this interests you, have a look at sites like Coin Corner, Cryptsy and Better. Now, most exchange providers have a limit as to the amounts of Bitcoins that can be stored and traded. So don't be tempted to stack your entire collection in on one exchange. Remember that exchange sites can be hacked just as much as your personal details and storage wallets can. So it's better to speculate rather than accumulate. And the third option for selling Bitcoin online is peer-to-peer trading. Now, the ultimate aim of this is to bring together those who wish to buy stuff with their Bitcoin on sites that do not accept Bitcoin yet, with people who wish to purchase Bitcoin with their credit or their debit cards. So these platforms like Purse.io and Coinifine, for example, create a real win-win situation for both their users. So let's say person A has a bulging wallet of Bitcoins and wants to buy a brand new Samsung TV, but finds that he can't pay for the one he wants with his Bitcoin. So person B comes along and after negotiating prices with person A, purchases the TV on their behalf in return for an appropriate amount of Bitcoin. The peer-to-peer marketplace then oversees that transaction and keeps everything safe in escrow until that deal is concluded. You'll usually find in cases like this that person B will pay a slight premium, but it does give them an easy option of purchasing Bitcoin with their credit or debit card.